Julian's been involved with the Master Tree Grower program and tree growing, and now he's one of the most active mentors in our mentoring program. And I'm pleased that we're here for you to see what he's been doing with trees, or some of what he's been doing with trees over the last 3 decades.
Yeah. This area here started off as a soldier settler scheme in 1919. The families that were here were called Wozencrofts from England, soldier settlers, and there's still Wozencroft family in the Pemberton region. Our family's had this place since 1974, I think. And we used to come down here for holidays to Pemberton region. My father was English and just reminded him so much of England, he told me, so, and ended up buying this property. You know, when I first came here, I spent a lot of time in the bush just looking around when I was in my late teens, early 20s, and I didn't particularly sort of like the idea of the extensive clear felling that went on around the place. And I spent a lot of time out in the bush looking at all sorts of different things and asking questions here and there. And I thought, well, you know, I thought there might be a better way, but I mean, that was 40 years ago. My attitudes have changed a little bit in some respects to that. But, you know, so I thought there's an opportunity here. We're not farmers, although we have sort of moved a little bit into sort of horticulture. But, you know, some of the areas on the farm I thought would be perfect for growing trees. So where we're standing now is Grandis and Select, and these were planted in 2002. Previous to that, there was another, we planted some, I can't remember, I think it might have been Carry and stuff here prior to this particular stand, but didn't perform very well, so it clear felled the whole lot and replanted in 2002. It's been thinned once. I've left the coppice stay on, which now has become a resource for log-grown shiitake, so that's something that I think is a benefit. Probably traditional agroforestry, you'd probably take out all this coppice, but to me it's just, you know, it's another resource and it's still storing carbon, it's growing, and you know, if I take out some of these bigger trees, well, there's already some coppice maybe ready to take over its position. I don't know, someone, Bob might like to can contradict me there. But
is that because you're too slack to kill the coppice when it came up?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was doing other things.
Yeah, no, I didn't think there was any reason to do that particularly. You know, I mean, you know, I think maybe they'll be out-competed and die out naturally, but they don't seem to be, you know. So I haven't pruned these. I've done a little bit of pruning, but they've all pretty much self-pruned, you know. So yeah, I'm just going to leave these to grow on now. I will probably do another thinning, I'd say. I don't know when. Well, it's down in Market Richard at the moment. Seems to be wood chips. Yeah. Well, the biomass. Bob mentioned biomass. I've got another stand of oblique over there, which is a pretty poor performer, and I got someone Nilsson from Mort Nilsson from Wapres, yeah, and he came here, and I was going to get 19 cents per tonne. So I thought, oh, what's the point? Yeah, let's just let it grow, you know. Anyway.
I always think it's nice just to see how trees remind ourselves that trees also produce a product we all use in our houses, and. How do you do it, Julian? What have you got, and what do you use it for?
This sawmill I bought about 10 years ago, and I saw an opportunity for firstly utilising wood that I've grown here, and secondly I also have done a lot of contracting work for people, other farmers, other farm foresters, people with trees that have blown over or whatever it might be. So it's certainly not a full-time job, but it's just, this mill has paid for itself, 10 times over, no problem. And yeah, it's just turning otherwise what could be maybe just firewood or something like that into a much higher value product. I've got a friend who occasionally gets me jarrah logs that he considers are too good for firewood, and I turn them into either slabs or sawn timber. 10, 20 times more the value of firewood, so it's a good thing to do in that sort of regard. This particular log here, I bought a truckload of logs from DBCA when they were clearing out all the exotic pines and eucalypts from the Shannon campsite, the Shannon campground, and these particular logs are Eucalyptus seaberi, which is silver top ash. They had other species there, but I'd never had anything to do with silver-top ash before, so I thought, oh, I'll see what they turn out like. The ones behind you in those stacks there, they were trees from my neighbour's place next door, and they, mostly Viminalis,